Hey, what's going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and unfortunately there was not a reveal today for Call of Duty 2020. I mean, it could still be later in the day, really. We really don't know, to be honest. And if it is, you're probably not going to see this video, because if it is, I probably would have just scrapped this video and made a video on the reveal itself. But if you're seeing this, chances are we did not get a reveal today, which that's okay. You know what? I'm okay with not getting one right away. I'm patient, right? Everything was hinting towards today, though. Let's be real here. We were all seeing the hints from the double XP events, the COD sale that was on Steam, all these different things that were ending today. It all just hinted towards today being the date of the reveal. But that's okay. It could still be tomorrow. It could be next week. I just don't see it being anywhere past that, because at the end of May, we're getting a brand new season for Modern Warfare. They would not do it the same week of that. And they wouldn't do it later into June, because there's been just way too many people hinting towards it being in May. I mean, come on, it's got to be in May, right? Now, today we're going to cover some other stuff, some weird stuff going on surrounding this game, right? So we have some leaks from Reddit, which they're very, like unconfirmed rumors. I haven't seen anyone confirm these. I haven't seen any reliable sources say anything about these, but the leaks sound pretty, real, to be honest. They're very vague things that can definitely end up happening. They're not very specific, but they're still interesting to talk about if they are true. And then we also have something that's very reliable coming from a Twitter page, which we're gonna talk about that first, because that's really the weird thing that I want to talk about, and it's got to be some marketing campaign by Activision. There's no way it's anything else. So, very recently, this account that goes by the name of Carl on Duty has recently just popped up on Twitter. Like a month ago, they made this account, right? And on May 14th, today, they posted this. It's just some bunch of numbers with a video that says Department of Defense and some like classified intel type thing, right? And if you translate that code, which is called binary code, that's what it is. If you translate it, it translates to the phrase classified intel, which obviously is something the Black Ops is known for. The word classified pops up literally everywhere in the Black Ops franchise. And you might be like, okay, this is some random Twitter handler. They definitely don't work for Treyarch or Infinity Ward. I mean, where's the proof, right? Here's the proof. The proof is, if you hop into their who's following this person, right? Look at who's following this account. Tons of developers from Infinity Ward, from Beanox, from Treyarch, from Activision. All these different developers. There's just a screenshot of just a few here, Taylor Kusaki being one of them. Why the hell would they be following this random account made last month if it had nothing to do with this next game? It just that wouldn't make sense to me. Why would they be following this random ass account? There's people from Treyarch, there's people from Infinity Ward, there's people from Beanox. There's just no other reason for why they'd be following this dude, right? And he also says, he makes another tweet where he says it's binary, it's mostly meaningless, have fun with it. It's a really great time to be a COD fan, and I hope you're all excited as I am. Talk soon. So, what he means by that is the code was binary, but he says it's mostly meaningless, which, to be fair, yeah, I guess the word classified intel, I don't think that really means anything. All it means is that it's Call of Duty Black Ops. He's basically saying that the information for this game is classified. That's what it sounds like to me. But then he says it's a really great time to be a COD fan. I hope you're all as excited as I am. So who the hell is this guy? That's the thing. We just keep questioning. He's talking about COD here. I don't think any developer would be able to say things like this without Activision's approval. So it doesn't sound like a developer. But then why the hell are all these developers from Infinity Ward, Beanox, Sledgehammer, Activision, Treyarch, why are they following him? It just doesn't make any sense. It's super weird, and this is honestly one of the weirdest things that's ever happened in terms of Call of Duty advertising, but is this even an advertisement, or are they just coincidentally following this random account for no reason? I don't know. These are the only posts this guy has ever made, so that's super fucking weird, I gotta say. But it could mean something, it might not mean something. This could be our tease for the day that we were all expecting. This could be the start of their viral campaign ads, because they've done stuff like this before where they've teased stuff. But this tweet where he says it's mostly meaningless, like that comes off as weird. I feel like if they were to do a marketing campaign on a Twitter page like they've done in the past, they would just keep posting binary code and all these weird, eerie videos. They wouldn't come out and say it's mostly meaningless. You know what I mean? That's the weird part about it, and that's the part that makes me kind of fishy. But the simple fact that all these developers are following him, it's just super weird. But let's talk about the Reddit leaks now, because we have all this information coming from this random ass source on Reddit. Like I said, this is like a super grain of salt type of a deal. It's not coming from TGR or his reliable sources, but the information here, honestly, it all sounds like a lot of it is technically coming from what TGR has already said in regards to leaks, but it says Call of Duty 2020 will either be called Call of Duty Classified, Call of Duty Black Ops. Now, we've heard the Black Ops thrown around a lot. It could still be that. Of course, leaks were saying that it's not going to be that anymore, but like I said, they could be changing it every freaking day. They could be changing the name like left and right. Apparently, the leaks have been saying it's gone through like 50 different titles at this point. Call of Duty Classified sounds like a title it could definitely be, but I feel like this is the rumor of that title is literally just coming from the guy saying that it's the classified intel from that binary code. I don't think that means anything in terms of the title, but Classified, I mean, that's not a bad title necessarily. We do have a Zombies map title Classified, so that is a little weird if they would name the game after it, but I highly doubt it. Soft reboot of sorts, so we've heard that as well, just like Modern Warfare 2019. Story has undergone several rewrites. That doesn't surprise me at all, so that makes sense. Story was originally based on Sledgehammer Games' canceled Fog of War story. Again, makes perfect sense. Sledgehammer was originally supposed to work on this game with Raven, but they've messed up with the project, so Treyarch had to step in. All makes sense. The story will incorporate CIA operatives Alex Mason, Frank Woods, and Jason Hudson, although they would not be playable characters. Again, we kind of knew this. We didn't hear about Jason. We did hear about Alex and Frank Woods, but Hudson would be interesting. I would love to see Hudson back, but then again, these leaks have been saying that the new voice actors, which I'm not a big fan of the fact that they would get new voice actors. If it is a complete reboot, then maybe I'll be okay with it. If like it did how Modern Warfare did it, where the actor who played Price was very, very solid, did a great job with the role. The story primarily takes place in Vietnam with offshoots in another Cold War era locations. Again, that makes so much sense. That's not like, that's not... These leaks are so vague. Like, all these could definitely be true, and this guy could still have been a fake leaker. Like, he's just throwing this out there. Like, anyone could guess all these things right here, pretty much. There's some pretty specific stuff here, though. It says, the story involves the uncovering of covert Soviet operations and human experimentation. I hope the game covers that. I love the Vietnam War, and I love all the stuff around that, but I really want to see Soviet experimentation, because that's one of the parts of Black Ops 1 that I really, really loved. The whole stuff with the Nova 6 gas and the experiments they were doing on that. I was really intrigued in all that information. That's one of the parts with the Cold War I love the most, is all this stuff with the Soviets, like the science experiments, and that's what Black Ops is to me, so I would love to see all of that in this campaign. Story begins with a U.S. infantry unit being attacked in the dead of the night by Viet Cong forces, with an emphasis on stealth gameplay after the initial attack. That's pretty specific. That is more specific than anything else here. But then again, I could see that happening. Story will have visceral elements to keep it grounded. Mentioned blood, gore, torture scenes. That's very vague. We're probably going to see a lot of blood and gore in this game, I'm sure. But torture scenes, I wouldn't mind seeing those as well. But then again, we've seen much of those scenes in COD. So again, I wouldn't be surprised to see them. And this one's interesting. References to the assassination of John F. Kennedy and MK Ultra, along with a playable segment involving Operation Northwoods. Now, what's super interesting about this, talking about Operation Northwoods, is that Operation Northwoods was an event in the Cold War that really did revolve around declassifying classified information to uncover secrets about the Cuban government. And that's exactly what that original Twitter post was kind of referring to with the whole classified intel thing, and that image that showed some sort of classified information, right, coming from the Department of Defense, which is exactly what happened with Operation Northwoods. So this is what's making this leak sound a little bit more reliable to me, and the Twitter page sounds very reliable because of the developers following him. It's just way too weird and coincidental to not be like something, you know what I mean? So take this information however you want. Like I said, I'm not saying this is confirmed in the slightest. I just want a damn reveal. I just want this game to be shown. I want to see the campaign. I want to see the multiplayer. I want to see the zombies. Mainly because I'm getting bored of Modern Warfare, man. Honestly, I haven't touched the game much recently other than Warzone. I played Warzone a couple times, but that's about it. I'm just not really enjoying the multiplayer, and then Spec Ops I'm not going to touch. Campaign, I've already beat it. So I want some new zombies content, some good Treyarch multiplayer, and I think we'll have a great, great year ahead of us when it comes to this next COD title. I cannot freaking wait. Hopefully you guys can't wait either. But if we get a reveal, of course, I will be posting a reaction video to any reveal we get, as well as doing a live stream on YouTube, not on Twitch. I'll likely do it on YouTube. So we'll talk about everything with you guys, and of course, reaction videos. I love doing reaction videos, and I know people love seeing them, so I will be doing those for any type of trailers we get revolving around this game. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.